Hello, Jill here. I wanted to chat today about your attention. It's been something that's running around in my mind lately, just this idea about where we put our attention being super crucial in the society that we live in right now. So, Social Dilemma, have you seen that documentary on Netflix, The Social Dilemma? And just the whole idea that right now our attention is being used as a commodity. The social media that we participate in is gauging how much time we spend on a particular subject or person or piece of information. And then they're using that as a tool to decide what piece of information to send us next and what piece of information to send us next. And then they've got this formula, this algorithm they're developing about how I can best keep Jill's attention and when to feed me ads and when I've been primed perfectly to buy a product or like all these sorts of things. And so we're building an algorithm in what interests us, in what we're paying attention to. We're building an algorithm that we don't have access to, that someone else is using to profit from. And this just struck me as I was teaching a yoga class this week, that when we practice yoga, we are also building an algorithm, except we're building an algorithm of what I pay attention to and then starting to uncover what interests me, what keeps my attention, where I want to dive further. And yet we hold the algorithm then, and we're the ones who profit from it. And so we have this choice that we get to make in society today. Do we want to be helping someone else develop the algorithm and profit from the knowledge of how we work and the knowledge of where we are, what we're interested in and everything, and to start to manipulate that? That's also what's happening in social media. They're manipulating that by sort of feeding us stuff and drawing us down into these rabbit holes of information that we might not go down if we weren't led there. So we turn it around and we start investing in our yoga practice. And that's why it's called a practice, because we come to it again and again. And every time we come to our mat, every time we come to our practice, whatever that is, our meditation, our time in nature, our connection with really solid, real people in our lives, that's all our practice of yoga. And can we start cultivating our awareness of where our attention wants to go, of what piques our attention, what piques our curiosity, what are we interested in, what do we care about, where does the passion lie underneath things? Can we build that algorithm so that I can benefit from it? So instead of just paying attention to someone else and letting someone else reap the rewards and get the profit from my attention, I will profit from my attention, because I will build a practice into my life where I am the one who understands where my passions are. I am the one who is connected to my deeper life purpose, my dharma. I am the one who is able to direct my attention towards what is interesting me, super specifically choosing the direction that I want to go. So not being led somewhere where someone else's profit and motives and intentions are driving that capturing of my attention, but I become the driver of it all. I get to do it. So this is where yoga is like, it's fascinating to me, because it is helping us create the algorithm to our own desires, to where our attention wants to go. And we can start to cultivate that and dig out our deeper life purpose and start to really notice all the little triggers and cues. They come in sensations. They come in the pain and the tension in our body. They come sometimes in the mental play that's happening, whether it's anxiety or stress or overwhelm or boredom, like all those sorts of mental things. We start to know what each of those little cues means. The same way our social media is trying to decipher what all of our little clicks and likes and dislikes mean, we're finding all of our own clicks, our likes, our dislikes, our ha-has. Like we're finding them all in our own body, and we get to profit from them. Fascinating. If you can help me fill out my little theory here anymore, then please reach out and let me know. Yeah. Juicy stuff. Thanks for joining me.